Greetings, dear lions and lionesses. It's me, your tarot reader, Angelica. Today is the second tarot reading for February 2025. Readings on the Tarot Life General. Your forecast for February 2025. You can watch it according to your zodiac sign and your ascendant. By the way, I definitely recommend watching according to your ascendant as well, because it additionally plays out very strongly, but you can calculate your ascendant yourself on the internet. It's very easy to do. Well, now let's get started. Let's move forward confidently. February 2025. And to move more confidently, check your forecast for the first half of 2025. Link above. Well, let's begin. So, February 2025. Let's look at the 3 most important events that await you in February. So, the first important event. Second. And the third, indeed, very important event for Leos. With another deck, let's see what awaits you in February 2025 in your professional activities. Let's also look at what your income will be like in terms of approximately February 2025. And what is awaiting you in your personal life, what your relationships will be like, how they will develop in detail. Also, what to pay attention to in terms of health in February 2025. And with the same deck, advice from the cards for you for February. Well, let's get started. All right, understood. I will just have to simply flip the cards like this because, well, I can't quite pick them up yet. So please excuse me, I will be flipping them this way. I hope you can see that this card is the same as laid out, just like this. I can only flip them for now. I just can't pick them up. They are lying flat on the table. All right, all the cards are flipped over. And the first important event is the King of Cups. The second is the 5 of Swords. The third is the Ace of Swords. Well, dear Leos, February is a month when, first of all, you need to be very, very careful in your actions, decisions, deeds, and interactions with other people. The 5 of Swords is a very tense card. Moreover, the 5 of Swords can indicate that there may be conflicts, misunderstandings, confrontations, and struggles. If there is a struggle, it will be quite tough and conflictual. And it is precisely in connection with this, due to the 5 of Swords, you will most likely turn to the King of Cups for help, support, advice, or, just to talk, express yourself, tell, and share. Also, note that February might be memorable for you due to the Ace of Swords, as the necessity to make an important decision. And this important decision might even be related to putting all the dots on the I's or cutting something off decisively and confidently without any regrets. Well, now let me just a little more. So, I will tell you about each important event. I'll start again with the 5 of Swords because this card is in the center, and this card, indicates that it's like your central theme in February. There might be a very strong desire on your part to achieve success, and this success is likely to be achieved at the cost of significant losses. In general, the 5 of Swords never brings satisfaction. Even if you think that you have won this battle, achieved success, or emerged victorious from some conflict or acted out of spite towards someone, and thus in general moved towards achieving your goals, it still brings no satisfaction, leaving only bitterness and regret that things turned out this way. There may also be a card here that plays out as a breakup with someone, or a departure from someone or something, for example, from a job that doesn't satisfy you, or from a boss who oppresses you, for instance. But there may also be some insults or a desire to disgrace you. The card is quite unpleasant. It speaks of a highly competitive struggle where very harsh and dirty methods are likely to be used against you. There might even be a desire to eliminate you either by your competitors or ill-wishers. But if this concerns, for example, work, we will certainly look at what pertains to work here. All that needs to be done is to be wise, cautious, and plan every step ahead. I think that with the Five of Swords, a lot can be avoided if you first control your emotions. Perhaps with the events that await you according to the Five of Swords, you will need the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a very friendly person who will show you care, who is ready to help and support you in every way. And here it will either be receiving advice, or it will simply be a heartfelt conversation, or this King of Cups will provide you with support in every way. And this will be very, very important for you. Also, here it may play out, look, the King of Cups for women. This is a husband. For everyone, this is a father. There may be events related to your father, or for women with your husband, as a result of which you will fight. You will defend something concerning your loved ones, your men. Therefore, there may be events here, such tough, very tough ones, related to a father or a male relative with a husband, and you will fight very hard. Fight very hard. Well, and the third important event, here it may play out as, for example, an intention or goal emerges and you actively defend this goal or the intention to protect or help your relative, a man. Or clarity will come regarding something. Well, for instance, you want to clarify something about your relationships or clarify something regarding your work, and you will take some very strong actions or decisive steps to clarify the situation and cut off everything unnecessary. Also, this card can be a positive aspect here. It's like a new idea, a new project, a new endeavor that will be very important to you. And then, if it concerns this idea, you will also actively defend it. You will fight for this idea. And again, regarding the idea, you might consult with someone with the King of Cups who will help you figure out how best to implement this idea. Let's look further. Next, let's see what awaits you. In professional activities, the Two of Cups. And what will your income be? The Seven of Pentacles. Well, the Two of Cups is a card of partnership. This could be a family business, for example, where you and your significant other are engaged in a common endeavor and strive to develop your business. These could be new partners who come along and you start with them. Fruitful cooperation, these are new clients. This is success in promoting your ideas. If negotiations and interactions are part of your field of activity, then there is success in negotiations here. But overall, this is a card of union. Accordingly, successful unions, successful interactions, working in a group or in a team, or working with like-minded people. It is also about support, mutual assistance, all of which brings you satisfaction. And of course, good results. Also, it might be if the Five of Swords specifically affects work in some way, meaning there will be a struggle here, then this card is the Two. Cups indicates that your friends will help you. Perhaps the King of Cups will somehow facilitate your ideas, your struggle, help and support. And also, there might be support for these agreements or support for the union with partners. So support specifically from all partners. And also, it can be said that in your work, you will strive to find common ground with everyone you interact with. Will establish, or rather again, strive to maintain balance in relationships. And you will aim to act in coordination with the people you are in contact with. Clients, partners, superiors, colleagues, and so on. So the Two of Cups is a card that indicates that everything done in pairs, in a team, any joint actions, any alliances, will have the green light everywhere. Therefore, the most important thing is to focus on cooperation. Now let's move on to the financial sphere. What are the incomes? The Seven of Pentacles. The card indicates that you are working very hard, but for now, as they say, the situation leaves much to be desired. This doesn't mean there is no money. And although money is coming in, you are still not satisfied with the results. You want more, you desire more, perhaps you previously received significantly larger sums of money, and now something is happening where you work, but there seems to be no growth. Here it can be said that there is a certain stability, but no growth, no development, as it were. In fact, with the Seven of Pentacles, there is both growth and development. It's just that everything is very slow and you don't see it yet, which is why this dissatisfaction arises. This card can also indicate that there is a need for sensible saving in February. Perhaps for someone, this might manifest as unrealized profit. Maybe you have loans, large debts, and you work a lot, and generally you give most of it towards loans, towards paying off debts, and you don't see the amount you would like to actually feel in your hands. And this can also upset you greatly. This card might also indicate that you have some unsuccessful investments, or rather, they will occur in February, and you will later regret making a purchase or something else and end up practically without money, and you are waiting for the next income. But also, the Seven of Pentacles is a Guli card of patience, a card of waiting and hard work. Therefore, it's important to understand that everything you do, whether in a partnership or a family business, will bring you a good income. But after some time, that is, you have not yet, so to speak, brought your efforts to a final result. Just as fruits need to ripen, so with the Seven of Pentacles, the profit will come to you, but after some time. Therefore, a period of waiting, patience, and continuing to work in the same spirit will reward you. Next, let's see what awaits you. What awaits you in your personal life? In personal life, here is the moon. By the way, I want to show you on the second deck, which we have in the spread, here is also the moon. Here, there is something that you will, very strongly, emotionally experience. Something unclear, something incomprehensible. It feels as if there are some dangers regarding your relationships that are lurking in the night and causing very strong fear. If the moon, and as I told you in the spread, there are two. This means a very strong emphasis, specifically in the realm of personal relationships. It might play out as, a threat to your male relative, or a threat to your husband. For women, in this case, again, the desire to hide, to protect your other half so that no one can harm them. But there will be great fears, insecurity, and it might even be such that you will incorrectly assess some situation regarding either your male relative or your relationships in general. Therefore, anxiety and fear will be present. There are also very strong emotions here. And the fear of taking a step because of the feeling, I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what to do. If this is not related to any negative situations concerning your male relatives, then the moon manifests as a fear of relationships, as having negative past experiences in relationships, and this past experience prevents you from getting closer. Perhaps there are some problems in the relationship here, maybe some misunderstandings, and you try to turn a blind eye to all of it. You try not to notice these problems and pretend that everything is as it used to be. However, it is clear that this doesn't suit or satisfy you. The card may also indicate that there is distrust, there is suspicion, there is a feeling that your partner is hiding something from you, deceiving you, or maybe being unfaithful. But regarding infidelity, yes, the moon card suggests that there could be betrayal, infidelity. However, regarding infidelity, I always tell you that for this, a personal reading is necessary. And here we have a general reading, so I will talk more about coldness, tension, doubts, and dissatisfaction in relationships. For those who are not in a relationship, this card usually indicates that you are caught up in memories in some of your recently ended or long-ended relationships, which is why you are not ready to meet someone and develop a relationship. But the card can also indicate for those who are not in a relationship that you are afraid of loneliness, and literally, because your other half is not nearby, you are ready to go to the moon. That is a very unstable emotional state. Next, let's look at the following questions. Health. Oh my. And in terms of health, Three of Swords. Most likely. There will be strong emotional experiences that may affect the cardiovascular system. Be very careful in this regard. Take care of yourself and try not to get stressed. And most likely, This will specifically relate to this. This is a very intense struggle. It might manifest simply as physical weakness, perhaps some kind of injury, or as depression, because the moon also speaks of depression and negative emotions. Well, let's now look at the advice. Advice from the cards. Ace of Cups. Before I give advice here, I want to show another deck that we also have. The Hermit works in the spread here. If it concerns some unpleasant situations, some kind of struggle, confrontation with someone, and where you are trying to fight to protect your male relative, then I would say this. Become hermits, both you and him. Become hermits so that, as they say, no one sees you. Retreat into the twilight, into the night, somewhere, like hide away and thus wait out, sit through these difficult moments. Or here the Hermit might also be saying to go your own way. But the Hermit can certainly play out in relationships because this card harmonizes very well, not only with the Five of Swords, but also in relationships. It can also indicate coldness, detachment, or distance between you. And now the advice. Despite all that, the reading is for February. For you, dear Leos, it is very difficult and tense. I understand that you might write very negative comments to me about this, but I am also a Leo, Raj, and perhaps this reading will play out for me in some way, although I always do it for myself. A personal reading for the month, a card of the day, and everything else. Nevertheless, we are strong. We are lions, we are lionesses, we can endure everything, we can withstand any struggle, we can and know how to take important, bold actions and make decisions. We have people who support us, we know how to work and earn money, we know how to control our emotions. Well, for Leos, according to astrological indicators, the weak spots are the heart and the spine. Therefore, of course, you need to take care of yourself, not only in February, but always. So despite the fact that the layout is quite complex and tense, the resulting card in the layout is the Ace of Cups, and the card that opens the layout is also Cups. Very powerful. Two cards, especially the Ace of Cups, indicate that there will be opportunities, chances, and gifts from above to transform some complex situations. You will be able to take advantage of these chances. Moreover, it is important to understand that the Ace of Cups is a card that is considered very major, meaning it provides opportunities, it harmonizes, and when this card appears in a layout, it also has a positive influence on cards with negative aspects. So one of the main meanings is the fulfillment of your dream and desire. And if, for example, your dream and desire is to protect or help in some way your male relative, then I think you will succeed. You will be very balanced. You need to calculate and think through all the steps ahead, like in a chess game. If, for instance, it concerns relationships, then again, this card suggests that you should show your love in relationships, and your love will melt any heart. When it comes to matters of health, it is essential to focus on fostering positive emotions, as they can help in removing negativity from one's life and prevent unnecessary worryings. By giving your heart hope and joy, you can effectively mitigate some illnesses, especially during the month of February in the year 2025. And look, in partnership, everything is working out here. In work, the Two of Cups, a card of partnership, interaction, and understanding, and the Ace of Cups as well. In general, in any case, no matter which area of life this card pertains to, it is one of the favorable cards and indicates that there will be excellent opportunities and very good, let's say, conditions for you to do everything right and achieve what you desire. Therefore, the advice for this particular spread is not to neglect your feelings and premonitions, intuition, insights. And in this spread, the advice from the Ace of Cups is similar to that of the Moon. And with the Moon, as I have mentioned, you have 2 in this spread. This means that your intuition will be working very powerfully. Why is the Ace of Cups similar to the Moon? Because astrologically, the Ace of Cups corresponds to the feminine planets Moon, Venus, Neptune. And accordingly, trust your intuition. In 2025, if something is deeply troubling you, it's not without reason. This means it's time to take some decisive actions. This means it's indeed time to stand your ground. This means it's possibly time to perhaps consider some actions, to definitely protect yourself or to anticipate the outcome of this struggle or confrontation. To take some actions. So, as I said, the main advice for this spread is trust your feelings, intuition, premonitions, insights, and take the right, well thought out actions. This is the forecast for you, dear Leos and Lionesses. And of course, I would be delighted if you subscribe to the channel Terra and Life. Thank everyone for watching, your likes, comments, and your subscription. See you tomorrow, as always, on the Tarot of Life channel. Hugs to you and goodbye.